Okay, I'm gonna record just a quick tutorial on how to build a route using your chart plotter, and then how to engage the autopilot to follow the route automatically. And truthfully, there are a lot of different options and a lot of ways that you could build this. My preferred way to do this, it's the most accurate, it creates the safest routes, and it's the easiest to actually program. That's the one I'm going to show you. There are some other options, but everything, it's pros and cons. And some of the other options have some cons I just don't like to deal with. So right now I have a test route programmed in here, and we're in our charts. Okay, this is the chart section. If I go back to home, I can go to combo, smart mode, vessel, active captain. You know, there's a lot of different places you might find yourself. Video, you could be on the video interface. Go back. But if you need to get back to charts at any given time, your menu options are down here at the bottom, and you're mostly going to be going to charts and then nav chart. Okay, that will bring you to this screen. From here, go to info, and from info, go to routes and auto guidance. And from here, these are all the routes that are saved and currently programmed into your MFD right now. Test Autopilot is a route that I'll show you here in a minute. At the very bottom, you've got Anchorage Run. This is the route that I programmed in for Dr. Toller to take the boat back to Baltimore, to her home port and home marina, which is Anchorage Marina. So actually, let's go ahead and review that route real quick. If we go to review, you'll see where all the turns are set up to take us from Parish Creek all the way up to Baltimore. And we can zoom in a little bit. It won't let me move these around. If I wanted to, like, the screen itself is fixed, even though it's a touch screen when we're in this feature. If you want to be able to play with that, you have to go to Edit Route and then Edit Turns. Using chart or using turnless? Using chart. And then from here, yeah, it'll let you zoom all the way in. It'll let you move it around. I was a little too fast for it right there. But you have a lot more control, and then you could edit them from here. But we don't need to, so I'm gonna get out. All right, so let's go back for a second, and let's go back again. Right now, you're back on your routes and auto guidance paths that you've saved. And to select one, if we wanted to build an entirely new route, we would go new, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. To review, which we just did. But let's say, hey, we're ready. We want to go to Anchorage Run. Let's do it. Okay. Very exciting. So you'd come to the screen, you'd select the correct route that you want, and then you would click navigate to. Okay, this is actually super cool. You can navigate to forward or backward, and you would say, maybe, why do I want that? Well, I don't know. Maybe we built a route to go somewhere away from our home port and marina, and actually now we're just going to go back there. So we could just hit the backward feature and just, it would take us on the same route but home. So there are times that you might actually use the backward feature. Another reason is you might build your route backwards or forward, and that's kind of nice because then you can navigate backwards or forwards. It does give you a lot of flexibility. But forget about all that for right now. In a traditional normal scenario, you've built a route, you've got it saved, you've accessed it, you're ready to navigate to it. So we've gone to navigate to forward. All right, now you're ready. You're all ready to go. I'm going to zoom in and take us back to the start of this route so that you can see exactly. Try and zoom out so you can see everything. Okay, so I must have hit backwards because it's showing us this route in reverse. Okay, so if I go to info and I go to routes and auto guidance, and then I go to Anchorage Run, and then I go navigate to, and now I can say forward. Oh, okay, you know why? That's why. When I built the route, I actually built it from Anchorage Marina. I built the route backwards to to the dealership, which is not bad because you might come back here for service at some point. So this is a route you should probably save, and you can just go forward, you can go backwards. But when you do want to go home and you are on your initial delivery, because I built the route backwards, routes, Anchorage run, navigate to, in this scenario, we're going to say go backwards. Okay, which is perfect because now my turns, it's going to start here with 1, 2. I don't normally drop waypoints all the way up in here in the creek. I normally drop my first waypoint there, but I just wanted to play with that functionality today and see how many turns. And as far as I can tell, and what I've read in the owner's manual so far, there's no limitation to this. One of the reasons I prefer to build a route this way as opposed to auto guidance or with the waypoints is you are quite limited on the changes that you can make and the adjustments you can make to an auto guidance route or to a waypoint route. Whereas it lets me build infinite amount of turns. So that's why I prefer to do it this way. It's just a lot easier too. A lot easier. Okay. And so then that is all set. And once you've engaged, like let's say we're really ready to do this. Okay. So we've got our route in here. We made sure that we were going the right direction in terms of forwards or backwards for the turns. They all make sense now. They're in the right order. Yeah. Once you're ready and you're about to be on your first waypoint, we would have the engines on. You would have the joystick would be lit up. I don't have those batteries on yet, but let me see if I can show you that real quick. Now my engines are trimmed up, so I'm not going to start them. I just want the joystick. Although, yeah, I guess the joystick doesn't work unless I put the engines down and start them, as it were. Okay, well, in any event, if the joystick were on and if we were ready to engage the autopilot, once I've set all of this up and I've hit route 2, nav 2, the very last thing that you have to do to really get everything to work together and communicate, oh, okay, that's cool, is hit the point-to-point engagement button. And now you're in business. Now the joystick will communicate with the MFD and it will follow the route that you requested. There's a lot of different settings to this, but I was noticing in your settings, Dr. Toller, on this particular boat, that there is a 15-second delay on your turns. So just keep that in mind. Every time you come up to a turn, there's going to be a 15-second delay, and you can reprogram that so it's a 5-second, it's a 3-second, it's a 10-second, it's 25 seconds. Typically, when the riggers rig the boats for the first time, they'll put 10 to 15 seconds in there. So just so you know, there is a little bit of a delay when you get to your first point, but the boat will start to turn, and you probably won't even notice it, honestly, because it will follow the route all the same. So the other thing I wanted to show you is, okay, we're just in charts. Stop panning. Let's say you wanted to build a new route. You want to go somewhere else. All of a sudden, the weather doesn't look good. You don't think you're in the mood to go all the way home to Anchorage Marina. Maybe on this occasion, you want to go to Eagle Alley and get lunch first on your way home. And you wanted to put in a route for that. Okay, very hypothetical scenario. To build a new route, it's very simple. Just go to Info. Okay, go to Routes, go to New. And as you can see, there's 4 options for how you could build a new route. Build a new route using chart, build a new route using the waypoint list, build a new route using the SAR patterns, or using the auto guidance function. I would prefer that you just use the chart. And as you play with it over time, you might have your own preferences as well. But just to get started, I'm going to show you the simplest, most straightforward, easiest, the best way to do it that I have found so far. So that is indeed using new route, using the chart. Okay, so now we're ready to build a new route. Where we're going, I think I said we're going to go to Eagle Alley. end. Normally I put like my first point in there. So we're gonna add our first turn. Okay, add another one. And now if you zoom in, okay, that looks good. Sometimes they get a little too close to the markers and I have to move them. So I actually kind of hope that that happens. Oops, see, I didn't mean to put one in there. If you drop a waypoint, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna take people in like the most shallow waters. We can't have that. I need to adjust this. It's no big deal. Just hit undo. It'll let you move the turn or the waypoint. This is really easy. Okay. Is that Thomas Point? Okay, we're gonna go around Thomas Point. Yeah. We're gonna come up. Okay, let's see, that's Eastport. We're gonna wanna go over there. Okay, turns. The turns. Add the turns. Okay, we're gonna be real bright. We're gonna go all the way to Eagle Alley. Yeah. Okay. So this is our route. Now that we're done building our route, we're gonna hit done. And then this last route was automatically saved as 0001, but that won't do, right? Let's make sure that's the right route. Yep, that's the route we just built. We're gonna rename it. So to rename it, just go edit route, edit name. And we'll call it Eagle Alley, oops, Alley Run. Okay, Eagle Alley Run. Perfect. And then hit back. And now when we're ready to go there, you can hit navigate to, again, forward will show us starting here. Love it. And then if I wanted to adjust that, Eagle Alley Run, review, nav to, oops, I don't want an offset, go back, nav to, sometimes I'm a little too fast. What did I just do, forward? Okay, show me backward. And then this is really cool. So looks like we have a total of 17 turns programmed for this particular run. And right now it's showing us the whole route in reverse, which is super, super cool. And it's really just the best way to program the safest route. Be really careful when you put in your turns that you zoom in, especially if you're real zoomed out. Make sure you zoom in and just review your entire route before you run, before you have other people in the helm to follow these instructions that you've now given them. I just like to review it all and make sure. The part I'm really looking for is when I get to near any markers, because every now and again you get a little too close to a marker and you need to move it. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. That's all good. Okay, yeah, looks great. Okay, and that is how you would program a route using your chart plotter and how you would get the joystick to engage with it. And yeah, there you have it.